So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So today I got a team against Kid Forest using both Yamato Luffy and Oden Toki. And as always, when I build teams like this, I want it to be some gimmick. And for once, I think it was pretty obvious what the gimmick is. Not only is this mono duo units, only duo units on the team, every duo unit is also free spirit, which of course works pretty well with Luffy and Yamato. So the thing is that when you do something like this, you need to check, is it feasible? Like, there are some key stages, like for example, we have the stage against Killer, where you need to remove 5 turns of damage reduction. We have the stage with Rogue, where you need to remove 5 turns of death up, and we need to remove death up later again. Like, do we have enough damage on the stages? Have his survivability? And yeah, I managed to make this tick all boxes. Not only does it handle everything, it handles it without stalling. Except for one stage, like, I think it's pretty unreasonable to make a no-stall speedrun with only mono duo free spirit, but we got pretty close. We just have to stall 3 turns on the King stage, because there's just nothing we can do about that. 3 turns of damage threshold and damage reduction. No way we handle that on top of all of the other stuff. As a bonus, that does mean we secure our specials getting back, so that's pretty dope. But yeah, another thing I like with this team is that it feels like basically every unit shines as well pretty decently. Well, I guess the one units here like Kinemon Denjiro and Oden Toki is like the ones that bring the least to the table. The cool thing with Oden Toki at least is that we have a swap that gives some kind of ore boost. Only Oden and Toki does that. Sadly, the ore boost only applies to Oden Toki themselves as well as Kinemon Denjiro. Kinemon Denjiro swap doesn't really help much. Often I don't even bother swapping them. But their special is really good, and we also have the Treasure Recruit Dog Support, remove 1 turn of death up. Support Recruit Wanda on Luffy Crew, removes 2 turns more of death up. And for the final 2 turns against Rogue, we have the free-to-play treasure map Hyogoro on Oden and Toki, which together lets us remove all the 5 turns of death ups in 1 turn. But the stage after this is interesting because the usual strat there is that you just stall for like 20 turns to get back all specials. And we could have done that because we have like Oden and Toki, so we can heal with swap. But I want to see if we could no stall it, and I did find a good solution. As you see, I did a super swap Luffy Yamato here. That works very well because we also get special CD reduction on the subs here. And I want to use Kinemon Denjiro next stage. That's a pretty big problem. But with Luffy Yamato in duo form, we are able to reduce their CD so that they will be ready next stage. And we also get that very tasty extra damage. A very funny bonus here is that Dwarbanip lets me get non-beneficial orbs again, which is actually nice here, so I can break through that barrier. And then Sabo can just one-shot the final dude there. Moving on. And thanks to that, Kinemon Denjiro is ready to remove Killer's damage reduction. And yeah, this team actually works pretty well overall. Like, even the stage we have to stall, there's not really an issue, and we can just set up for an easy king kill eventually. So I'm happy I was able to make it work. Like, when I sat down and decided, okay, I'm going to do this team, I knew it was going to take some time for trial and error, because with duo units it's so important, like who do you enter with against what stage? What about the super swap meter? How close should it be to the field? So it did take quite a few trial and error attempts, but not as many as it could have, thankfully. Like, once I made it through the killer stage, I was basically good, you can say. After that, I just had to fine-tune my king stage. Like, I had a few successful runs before this recording, but I have some standards. Like, I don't really accept runs with pretty obvious flaws if I know I can fix it, especially when I've already spent quite a bit of time with a team. But with this run I recorded, I was able to get a very good run. And even a lot of damage here. We still have the ore boost from Sub and Ace, and we got the super swap from Rayleigh and Gaban, which added a lot of nice extra damage. And yeah, going to set up so I can get Luffy Yamato super swap final stage as well. And by swapping Rayleigh Gaban every turn while we stall, we're also going to be able to get their super swap final stage, so tons of juicy damage. Yamato, Luffy, Ace and Sabo super swap is ready, and that's going to give us a full board of matching almost whenever we want. Sabo and Ace also swap into Dex, which is very convenient here since we're going to burst when King has a Dex Ore barrier. And we're going to have 3 strength units that are going to be able to hit very hard, so we're in a great position here. We're not going to stall out the ship bind actually. Could have tried that strat, but I wanted to see if we could stall as little as possible at least. And indeed, it worked out pretty well. We actually did more damage than expected. We finally used Rayleigh Gaban's special as well, just to get that extra ore boost here for some extra oomph. And yeah, I really want to kill with Luffy here, since by doing that, we set up for the super swap into Luffy final stage, which just looks better in my opinion. And yeah, for this stage we are just going to use Luffy Crew special. Adds so much damage, still amazing to this day. Like, I know you shouldn't compare legends, but I still like Luffy Crew more than this new Luffy Yamato, for example. Very well designed unit in many regards. But I feel like I've been able to do Luffy Yamato justice anyway, so that's cool. And I decided to never use Hoden and Toki super swap, which is a shame, but in the end they are a slasher focused unit on a team that doesn't really have many slashers, so it's better to get the other buffs. So yeah, final stage here, and it's going to be quite overkill here. We're going to swap into duo form for Yamato and Luffy. And this will also give the increased damage taken when we use their special. Then we just use Rayleigh Gaban super swap. Use Oden and Toka as well, because why not? Only other special I can really use here. And yeah, I just get the kill here, and that's the run. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.